Hello everyone, we are here in a beautiful tax haven. One of the ones that you may have heard of. It's fairly well known, and it's actually, I would say, of increasing popularity. One of the things that I'm really interested in is kind of finding the hidden gems, talking about what it is that places that are upcoming might be, where the opportunities are that you might not be aware of yet, and exploring them. So here we are today in beautiful Cayman Islands. But I think it's a place that most people would not put on their radar, and it probably should be on more people's radar than it actually is. So let's go through it quickly. So first of all, no personal income tax, no corporate income tax. There is import duty, and in fact, as I entered the country, even though I didn't declare anything, I'm not leaving anything here, etc., they still wanted to search my bags, fair enough. But that is kind of how they finance things around here, is really on the import duties, which is, perfectly reasonable. It is pretty much warm all year round. There is hurricane season. Technically speaking, I think they say it's like June to November, but realistically, there's a fairly short period of time where there's actually like serious hurricane stuff, and you kind of know it's coming in advance. It's also true that around here, everything's kind of built to be hurricane proof because they kind of know that that is the case. That because it's wealthy, because there's a lot of money here, a lot of wealthy people, it tends to have fairly good infrastructure compared to many of the other places. It's extremely low crime. Actually, a bunch of the islands, for example, Bahamas, has quite a lot of crime on it. And that is not the case in Cayman. So that's really good. It means that the quality of life is pretty good. I do notice that there is a pretty high variety of different types of food and restaurants. So that's really a nice thing for people who are wanting to go. If you were to compare to, for example, Montenegro, which actually has quite a few more people in it, the variety of food in Montenegro is not very good. It tends to be heavily tilted towards kind of Yugoslavian, Serbo-Croatian, whatever you want to call it, Montenegrin cuisine. Whereas here, I mean, if you want pizza, you've got pizza. If you want Chinese, you've got Chinese. If you want Thai, if you want Indian, if you want sushi, if you want seafood, if you want steak, if you want, all these different things, they have them here. The ability to do banking here is better than most Caribbean islands, but still not good. So it is typically in Caribbean islands difficult to do banking, or the banks aren't good, or both. Here, probably Butterfield would be one of the better institutions. There's a variety of them, and it depends what niche you're in. So for example, Fund Bank is here. So if you're setting up a hedge fund, Cayman historically has probably the strongest fund industry. Because I deal every day with people who are moving to different parts of the world, I ask myself, where do people stay? Because people move there, for example, Panama, a lot of people will move there, but they don't stay in Panama. They tend to leave. Similar with Malta. On paper, these places are good, but in practice, obviously not. And I view where people stay as sort of a giant data aggregation and compression algorithm where you can't necessarily nail down exactly what it is because it encompasses this whole host of data. Interestingly, Cayman is someplace that actually people do stay.